Hello, everybody. Make sure you have a piece of paper and something to write with. And when you come in, say hello so I know who is here and where you're watching from. We're going to give people approximately 3 minutes to get in before I start talking. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Make a comment so I know. Hi, Chambly. Did I say that right? Chambly? I didn't know you were from New York, though. Hello, beautiful. Thank you. I need to get some new earrings. My jewelry collection it needs some new things. Yay, I said it right. Yay. Say hey in the comments so I know who's here and where you're from. I am in Ohio. Our weather is better. It is not as crazy as it was in previous weeks. I walked to the store to get me some juice and I didn't die. So there's that. So say hi in the comments so I can see who's here. There's a few people in here now. Say hey in the comments. Say where you're watching from and get a piece of paper and a pen. If you have your paper from last week, grab your paper from last week because it'll cut out on all the bullshit if you have the same paper. If you not have that paper, you can get a fresh piece, but it's not as in-depth. We're just going to do one calculation this week. All is one, Brittany. In a couple of weeks, I'll get to call you by your Awo name, and I can stop using your slave name. I'm so excited for that. Hi, Chad. From somewhere in the universe. I do not want to mess up your name. I can say the first part, Rajini. Murugan. Murugan? Murugan. I feel like it's a gan. But Rajini, I can say. Or is it Rahini? See? I don't know the Hindu language super well. I got some of it, though. Who else we got? There's a few more people in here. I'll give people less than a minute. But grab a piece of paper and something to write with. Or if you were here last week, grab your paper from last week because then you won't even have to calculate, really. So grab your paper from last week if you have it. And then we're going to get started in like 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Grab something to drink. I'm not going to be talking as much. This is literally maybe a 45-minute class, maybe. Thank you, Chad. Yes. Send me an audio message. Hi, Sounder. Also from Seattle. My Seattle bays are in here. I was close. Okay, good. I was glad. All right, y'all. So we're going to get started. So this is going to be a very brief overview. Kabbalah Numerology is not, it's a big deal. So I'm not going to say it's not a big deal, but it doesn't have as many calculations as the Pythagorean numerology does, just because it's kind of a niche thing. But there are things about Kabbalah that are important. And I'm going to briefly talk a little bit about that. And then we're going to get into our calculations. And these are going to be a little bit different. You can use that first number that we used in the first class, that very first number where you decoded your name, not the N number, which I think in my case was 9, not that number, but the actual like numbers from your name, that total, that big number, we're going to reuse that big number. So if you have your paper from last week, go ahead and grab it, or your notes or whatever, pull those up, because it will go right in with that. So first, hello everyone. I am Omowari Ogbonyomi, and I am a goddaughter of Priestess Oshun Funke Iyanifa, and I am the owner of Enchanted Vibes. I am the co-owner of Vibe and High. I am staff at the Orisha Hoodoo Institute and at Black Spectrum Network and the Voodoo Institute, and I'm just an overall badass. So there's that. Today we're talking about Kabbalah Numerology. And if you would like to give love donations, it is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. And this will be a much quicker class than last time, I promise. So let's start with the Kabbalah part of Kabbalah Numerology. So Kabbalah, just the word Kabbalah, basically means reception or tradition in Hebrew. But the basis of the numerology aspect is knowledge of the mind and soul. And so Kabbalah is an esoteric method, discipline, and school of thought in the Jewish mysticism. The actual definition varies according to the tradition and aims of those following it. So if you ask someone who practices Kabbalah, what does Kabbalah mean? They may give you a different answer. They may give you a very long answer. But nonetheless, that's the definition that I found, but there are many. So dig in if you wish. Jewish Kabbalah is a set of esoteric teachings meant to explain the relationship between God and God's creation. Its origin is in medieval Judaism, which later was adapted into Western esotericism, which includes Christian Kabbalah and Hermetic Kabbalah. And the Hermetic Kabbalah is spelled with a Q. There are a few different ways to spell Kabbalah. It just depends on the dialect in which the person practicing either speaks or is practicing. But there are different ways to spell Kabbalah. And there are different sects of Kabbalah. Just depends on that person. So the idea behind Kabbalah numerology is to focus on energies. The universe exists in the form of vibrations, frequencies, and vibes. Within the existence of our universe, we as humans are made from different energies and auras as well. There are 22 vibrations ranging from 1 to 400, which together form the tree of life. Each vibration emphasizes the knowledge and wisdom earned from the soul and the mind, which exists in the non-physical dimension, rather than the tangible physical existence in this physical dimension. So I'm going to briefly talk about the tree of life because it is important. And I originally was not going to include this in the class, but it kept pushing me to go ahead and include it. So there are basically, the tree of life is energies, basically. And there are 10 of them. There's really 11, but one of them is death. And so they usually don't include that. So 10 energies. And they're similar to chakras, only they don't exist within the body. They exist within the universe. And they're more spiritual than physical. So the first one is the crown, which in Hebrew is called Kether, which is Keter or Kether. Either are correct. And again, that is the crown. And that would be the creator himself or herself, whichever you prefer. Oh, thank you for the lip gloss. It's giving. Thank you. Hi, Markeisha in Florida. The second one is wisdom, which is Chokmah, something like that. But it is spelled Chokmah. That's Chokmah. Again, that's wisdom. And that is the divine reality or revelation, whichever, and the power of wisdom. So the next one is understanding, which is either Bina or Bina. Again, this is not my dialect. My middle name is actually Hebrew, but I do not speak Hebrew. And that's Binah. Hi, Deanna. And that is repentance, reason, and the power of love. And as I go over the meanings of these numbers, this will kind of make sense, but they don't completely correlate, but they do. And I'm sorry, Markeisha. I said Markeisha, not Asha. Hi, Asha. The next one is mercy. And I'm not going to butcher this one. It's Chesed. Chesed. That is the aspect of the tree of life that is mercy. And that is grace and intention to emulate God, the power of vision. The next one is strength. Also not going to butcher this one. In Hebrew, it is Gevurah. That is Gevurah. That's strength. And that is judgment and determination, the power of intention. The sixth one is beauty. And that looks like Teferet. It's Tiferet. Tiferet. That is beauty, which is symmetry and compassion, and the power of creativity. Highlight evolving. The next one is victory, which is Netzach, is what it looks like. It's Netzach. Netzach. That is victory. And that is contemplation, initiative, persistence, the power of eternal now. All is one, priestess Omoshule. The next one is splendor. And that is, I believe, Hod, Hod, really simple. Hod. That is splendor. And that is the surrender, sincerity, and steadfastness, and the power of observation. The ninth one is foundation. And that is, I believe, Yesod, which is Yesod. Yesod. That is foundation. And that is remembering, knowing, and the power of manifesting. And finally, we have kingdom, which is Malkuth. That's Malkuth. Malkuth. Again, that is kingdom. And that is the physical presence, vision, and illusion, and the power of healing. So the overall intention is to help you connect with your inner self, focus, and focus on your soul's growth, gain insight, and walk the path to self-discovery. So in this way, Kabbalah Numerology is very similar to the other forms of numerology. The number letter assignment is the same as the Pythagorean numerology. The final calculation is done a little bit differently. So we're going to go by that step by step. The definitions are a little simpler. And so because there aren't like a million different calculations based on it, this will be a much shorter class, like I said. And as always, if you want to go deeper, I highly encourage you to do so. Do your own research and go as far down the rabbit hole as you see fit. Just the Tree of Life alone can be like a whole college level course. So I gave you like brief very brief explanations as to the pieces of the tree of life, the aspects of the tree of life, what they mean. But there's like so much, so much. So I highly encourage you to, if it moves you to do so, go ahead and research the tree of life and how it relates to Kabbalah numerology. So now we're going to get into the cipher. Look at that. We're 15 minutes in and we're already about to do the cipher. So if you were here last week, you already have yours. But I'm going to give you the cipher again in case you weren't here. Hi, friend. Nicole was in class this morning and we did African movement and her legs hurt. And I've been super thirsty ever since, Nicole. So I've been drinking water and I got so tired of water, I started drinking juice. It's pineapple juice though, but whatever. So the cipher. So the number 1 is the letters A, J, and S. Again, the number 1 is the letters A, J, and S. The number 2 is B as in boy, K, and T as in Tom. That is B, K, T. The number 2 is C as in cat, L, U. It looks like clue with no E. So number 3 is CLU. Hi, Ashley. Oh, good. Okay, so it wasn't just me that was super thirsty. Great. The number 4 is DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. That's the easiest way to say it. DMV is number 4. Number 5 is E as in elephant, N as in Nancy, and W. That is ENW for number 5. Number 6 is Fox, FOX. Number 6 is Fox, FOX. Just like me. I'm just kidding, but not. Anyway, number 7 is G as in gangster, P as in Paul, Y. I almost said something else instead of Paul, but I'm going to try and keep this PG. No curse words in this class. We'll see what happens. So number 7 is G, P, Y. 8 is H, Q, Z as in zebra or zipper. Eight is HQZ. And 9 is IR. I and R. If you speak Spanish, it's ear, which is a verb that can be conjugated to many other things. We don't do conjugations in English. We do, but not like they do in other languages. And I'm glad for it. All right. So everybody write down your name. I'm using my paper from last week. I'm not going to do this over. So write down your name, your first name, your middle name, and your last name. If your middle name is on your birth certificate, it is your name, how it appears on your birth certificate. Hello, Paige. Hello, darling. So write down your name. And then under each letter, write the number that correlates based on the cipher that I just gave you. So it'll look like that, okay? And if you want to break it down like this to calculate it, it's fine. You'll get the same number either way. But this was from last week, so we broke it down this way. But decipher each letter and then get your total. Whatever your total is right there. That's the number that we're using. So when you get to your big number, put your big number in the comments. My big number is 72. And then I'll tell you what to do next, because this is where it gets fun. We get to use our math. Like, welcome back to high school. Well, elementary school. This is elementary school math. My daughter could do this if I asked them to. They won't do it. But, like, if they had to, they would do it. Y'all, I'm really about to drink this whole thing of juice. That's crazy. I just got it before this class started. So put your big number in the chat. I know y'all are like 15 seconds behind what I say, so you get to watch me sip. And this was water. I didn't actually have Dunkin'. I'm fasting. And so this was actually the day my car broke down and I got this cup. I got a new car today, guys. So, if you want to send love donations, that's great. Because now I have a car payment again after I just paid my car off in March. My engine blew. So I had to buy a new car today. Ibashe aje olokun. Ibashe obatala. Ibashe ogun lakaye. Ibashe. Because, baby, there was a lot that went into this. So, what's y'all's numbers? Are y'all still calculating? Post them in the comments so I can see, because the next part is gonna get tricky. So, Paige, the new car is really nice. It's really nice. Now I don't have to rent a car when I come down there for your LA case. So that's great. That's going to save me some money. And I was going to wait and get another car like later this year. But the spirits said, nah, you're going to get it now. We gave you the money so you could pay off that other car so that you can get a new car right freaking now. So that's what happened. As soon as I try to do something, here comes a little person. She won't let me be great. It's fine. We love her anyway. So Joy got a 44. Brittany, which one is it? Is it 88 or 83? It can't be both now. We got a 97. We got a 97. Ooh, we got two 97s. Okay, y'all. I got confused. Hold on. We're looking on Google. So just add. I'll show it again. Using the cipher that I gave y'all. If you have your paper from last week, just use that one. But if you don't, using the cipher, you write your name, you write the number that corresponds to that letter, and then you calculate. Ignore that 9 right there. Don't pay no attention. But then you stop at that big number, whatever that big number is. So again, mine is 72. Oh, I see what you're saying, Brittany. So, damn, girl, where's your birth certificate? Just go look at your birth certificate real quick. Just walk over there and get it. Thank you, Shemli. Thank you. Okay, so we got 97s, 44s, 80 somethings. And I got 72. Okay, so you take that number and you kind of divide it. You kind of divide it by 9. So, or you could look at your license, yes, if it's on your license. But I know you live in a different state. In Ohio, my whole name for my birth certificate is on there. So divide that number, your big number, by 9. So I got 72. So 72 divided by 9 is 8. But it's even. It's an even number. Because we need the remainder in this calculation. So for those of you that we're about to have a little math class, for you, those of you who don't know what a remainder is, remainder is the extra. So my number is 72 divided by 9, it goes into 9 evenly. So there is no remainder. So right now my number is 0. If the number were 75, the difference between 72 and 75 is 3. So the remainder is 3. So that would be the number. Kind of. If your number is 48, the closest number to that would be 45. So again, the number would be, the remainder is 3. Joy, your number was 44. So the closest number downwards is 36. So your remainder is 8 for yours, Joy. Janine, what was your number, sweetheart? 87? 97. So the closest number to that is 90. So your remainder is 7. 98, your remainder would be 8. Is that everybody? Sandra, what was your number, love? What was your original number? Your big number. Like I said, mine is 72, so my number is 0 because I don't have a remainder. So you cannot use the calculator for this calculation because that point means nothing. So don't do that. Do not use a calculator. It'll mess you up because you need to use the remainder, not that point, not the decimal place, the actual remainder. So like I said, this is going back to like 4th grade elementary school type math where they made us do everything by hand to find the remainder. So was your number 98 then, Sonder? If your number was 98, your remainder is 8. If your number was not 98, okay, yeah, you're good. Janine, I think I said yours. What? Sorry, my mouse is being weird. Janine, your number was 97, so your remainder is 7. Brittany, also, I just want to say that my birth certificate is wrong too. My middle name isn't even on my birth certificate because my mom was still drugged up. So I don't use it with these calculations because it's not on my birth certificate and I cannot use it legally and it's not on legal documents. So I think the E in your version is a little bit different, but my name is like whole ass wrong on my birth certificate and I didn't fix it. Deanna, your number is 67. So the closest number to 67 was 63. So your remainder is 4. So yes, Ashley, your remainder would be 8. That is correct. So you take your remainder number and you add 1. Add 1 to your remainder number. So I had no remainder. I was a big fat 0. And so I need 1 plus 0 is 1 for me. So the number I'm using for this calculation is 1. So if your remainder was 8, 9 is your Kabbalah number. If your number was 7, 8 is your Kabbalah number. That's kind of how that goes. If your number was 3, 4 is your Kabbalah number. So what is everyone's Kabbalah number now? I'm going to actually put mine in the chat. I'm going to actually put it there. That's mine. Mine is 1. I know there's going to be a few 9s because there was a lot of 8s in here. Brittany, if so, yep. Ashley, yours is 9, a 4, a 5. There we go. All right. So, using your Kabbalah number, this is part of your life path. Sometimes these may resonate a little better than some of the other numbers we did last time. We did like 3 or 4 different types of numbers last time. And numerology is very much like astrology. It will be right like probably 90 to 95% of the time. And then that other percentage, you're just like, this is not me. It happens. So number 1, these, I'll give you the short versions. So number 1 symbolizes growth, progression, new beginnings, evolution, and development. That is growth, progression, new beginnings, evolution, and development. And these people are best when these people hold strong power and position in the world and possess the capability of incentiveness and innovation. 2s, the short answer is magnification, expansion, connection, cooperation, and harmony. That is magnification. I don't know why I said that like that. Magnification, expansion, connection, and cooperation and harmony. These people are best when they are in a mutual partnership with someone. These are peace-loving beings and value community rules and regulations. They love to live in harmony and act as great mediators, and they are diplomatic. I don't think we have any 2s. You can always go back and watch this over to get the whole definition if you aren't writing the whole thing right now. 3s, the short version, endearment, love, expression, creativity, and optimism. That is endearment, love, expression, creativity, and optimism. I almost said optimism. Ignore me, guys. I've only eaten once today. These people are achievement-oriented. They love success as much as they love art and creativity. With great communication skills, these people are highly optimistic people and work well with people who share similar thought processes as theirs. 4s. Saw a couple 4s in there. So with 4s, the short version is fruitless, misfortune, stagnation, and limitations. These people are highly, I was going to say that again, fruitless, misfortune, stagnation, and limitations. These people are highly responsible and practical. They structure themselves in a manner that they can produce as much as possible. These people root themselves in reality and look for opportunities that suit them best without any miss. Because of this, they are often stubborn and stuck in their ways. They may have a finite view of the world and are unable to see beyond their own perception. This can limit them and cause a lack of progression. So 4 typically stands for like stability, security, things like that, which is great. However, sometimes it goes over the top to the point to where they box themselves in. And when you box yourself in, you can't move properly. And so that's something to be careful of if you are a 4, is to not get stubborn. 5s. This is Genesis creation, fertility, and freedom. Again, that is Genesis, creation, fertility, and freedom. These people give importance to success more than anything. However, on the other hand, these people are wild and free and involved in thrilling activities that give them a rush. These people possess beautiful and empathetic hearts and hold a passion for things that interest them. Six, execution, fulfillment, friendship, and family. A lot of F's. It's literally F. Execution, fulfillment, friendship, and family. F. These people can be strong psychics. These people love healing others and have a sensitive nature. They channel themselves best when caring for others. And these people feel relaxed when helping others in their time of need. They are full of empathy, and they also possess compassion and passion for activities that suit their interests and aura. I am not the aura alchemist, but I may do a class on auras, like a brief class on auras in the future. I briefly talk about it in the chakra classes, but I may do a little bit more in depth. Number 7, I saw a couple 7s. Mysticism, magic, enlightenment, spirituality, and mystery. That's all the M's. If I redo this, enlightenment, mysticism, magic, mystery, spirituality. M's. I'll be telling y'all I'm a whole clown. These people are drawn towards spirituality. Such people are introverted and sensitive. They are often lone wolves, sometimes lone witches. They like to stay and work alone and prove themselves without the help of anyone else. They value the talent and abilities of others and feel great about appreciating others. That's the M's. 8. So impulsiveness, dashing, success, luck, charisma, and abundance. Dashing and charisma are similar in a way. Because if you say someone is dashing, it's a combination of looks and charisma. They're just very well put together. So again, that's impulsiveness, dashing, success, luck, charisma, and abundance. These people live for achievements and success. They look for abundance. Life runs on the fact that what goes around comes around. These people believe that their soul strength is their charisma, and they never mind putting in effort and hard work. And finally, 9s. 9s are fortune, success, service, selflessness, and completion. That is fortune, success, service, selflessness, and completion. Fisk, if you care. Fisk. They live their life with some purpose and focus on big goals. They make sacrifices for others. They love to spend time helping others. But on the other hand, they also have an ego and believe in completion. And therefore, these people, they don't have a problem making detachments at all. Like a 9 can cut people off pretty quickly. If you are no longer serving them, they're like, oh, okay, we're done. And they move on. They just move on. That's a 9. And I'm looking at some of the people that are 9s. And yeah, I can see how you're a 9. Big time. All right. So how are we feeling about our numbers? Do you feel like your number matched who you are? I'm a 1, and so I feel like my number matches me, because I try to constantly grow, constantly try to be growing, doing new things, evolving as a human. Um, but it always seems like there's some new things happening. Like, I've never been able to live in the past because I ain't got time for it. I'm always moving on to the next thing. And so I feel like mine matches me very much. Um, yes, Ashley, you are very much giving a 9. Um, yeah, you too, Sonder. When I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, y'all are 9s. Joy definitely, it feels like she's definitely an 8. Deanna, what was your number? 5? Let's see. No, no, no. No, I think you embody the parts about success. You do give importance to success. And you are definitely a wild and free spirit person. You may not act that way all the time, but I feel like your spirit is more wild and free than your body lets you be, if that makes sense. Remember, these aren't just about what your body can do, it's about your spirit. So sometimes your body may be out of line with your spirit. Your spirit be on some other shit and stuff. Dang, I cursed. I tried so hard, John. I tried so hard. Anyway, your spirit might be on some other stuff. So I feel like that you are still definitely a 5. Definitely, definitely. Um, Janine says she's an 8. Don't be laughing at me, Joy. I tried not to curse. I tried so hard. I tried so hard not to curse. It was only one. It's a little one. That was a little one. The S word is a little curse. It's a little curse. All right, y'all. I told y'all this is going to be a quick class, like 45 minutes. We're at 42 minutes right now. So, does anybody have any questions? If you have any questions, put them in the chat. I'm going to talk and do a little spiel while you do that. So, put your questions in the chat while I do my spiel, because I know it's a delay. It's a big old delay. So it gives me time to talk while you type, especially if you're on your phone. I know that y'all are just typing for days on the phones. So this is the last class. This is the last live class that I'm teaching for April. I am going to be working on getting some of that pre-recorded stuff out to you guys. I know I've been slacking. My iron infusions have really eaten up a lot of my energy. I had my 4th one yesterday. My 5th one is next Saturday. And then it's Aleke. And then I have a week off. And then I'm going to be right back in Atlanta for the voodoo retreat. And then I'm going to have a week off. And then we're going to start the other classes. So it's Tamil numerology and Chilean. I know I said that wrong. Tamil numerology, and let me look at this word. Chaldean. Jesus. Chaldean numerology. Those are going to be next. Those will be quick classes just like this one, because it's not a lot of detail. So there is that. If you missed last week's class, it is up on the channel. So, and it's part of this, it's part of a playlist. So if you go to my channel, there are playlists on the channel, and there is the Enchanted Numerology playlist, Enchanted Numbers. And so this video, the Pythagorean numerology video, and the first angel numbers video will be in there. And then, hi, Omobolo Atan. I miss you. I misses you so much. So numerology books. Yes. There are some I can recommend. But I will also say that when you're doing definitions, you're going to need multiple books. So I'm just going to start with that. You're going to need multiple sources. So this is the angel numbers book that I have, kind of. And then, so this is called The Magic of Angel Numbers by Layla Moon. And then this is The Mysterious Language of Numerology and Angel Numbers. And this is by Charlie Emerson. And let me see if I can find that page super quick. There was a page where this was more angel numbers, I think. Yeah, these books are more on angel numbers than numerology. But The Complete Guide of Correspondences. This actually has numerology information in it as well. It's kind of close to the back. This book has a lot of things in it, but it does go over the correspondences to the numbers. So I don't know if you can, let me move this under windows so I can see what y'all can see. There we go. So this has other things in it as well. I feel like my eyelash is falling. I got new eyelashes today because my daughter got the other ones wet. So this does like zodiac, colors, day of the week, if that's relevant, all that type of stuff. And those things, those type of things. I'm about to really just take this eyelash off, y'all. I think I did it last time. I will do it again. I do not care. So that's one. And then a lot of even like tarot books and stuff. That's pissed me off. A lot of tarot books will have a little bit of numerology in them too. There we go. That's better. It's not better. I'm gonna just take it off. Both of them. Because I can't be looking goofy. Okay, there we go. My tarot books do have some. There's so many things. So many books. I would say if you're gonna look on Amazon, just look at like the reviews on the book and make sure you pick a book that has a lot of reviews. Yes, I got magnetics, Deanna. I cannot with the glue unless I have somebody else do it. I'm not even going to try with glue. I'm not. I have magnetics and I don't care. I could take them bitches right off. Second curse word. So I'm going to put this up on the screen. Sandra says, I've been using Kabbalah systems, Tree of Life, numerology, emanations, etc., to diagnose issues in the spiritual body for myself and clients for the last 5 years. I do love the correspondences to chakra. So there you go. For those of you who are interested, there is that. And like I said earlier, it is very similar to chakra, the energies and the how the numbers relate to a part of the Tree of Life, but I'm not an expert. So, Coco, I don't know if any of those are in. I don't think any of those are in the Facebook group, but I think there are numerology books in the Facebook group. So if you go in there, I'm sure that there's at least a couple. Hello, Michelle. Make sure I read all the comments. I'm just scrolling. Yes, I miss you very much. Is there a type of numerology you use the most? So Pythagorean numerology is the most common. Most numerology, especially in the West, is actually using Pythagorean numerology as far as the definitions. It's just really commonly used because it's like really foundational information. And it just depends on the purpose. So, like Sandra said, Sandra uses it for very specific things in the spiritual body. And so, therefore, I feel like Kabbalah numerology would be better for the spiritual body because although it is in the universe, it is not part of this dimension. And so, the Kabbalah numerology uses other dimensions to figure out things. And when you really get into it, when you get into tree of life and all that other stuff, I feel like that would work better for what you're trying to do. So it really just depends on the purpose. When we go over to Mill and Chaldean numerology, I'll explain kind of what those are for, and then you'll be able to look into those and see if those would work better for other things. Ifa doesn't use numerology in that way. It does, but it doesn't. But it's more of the Pythagorean numerology in Ifa. It doesn't have its own version of numerology because it's just basic math. Ifa is mathematics. And so the Pythagorean numerology just best fits that one. Fibonacci sequence is worked into certain things too. And I believe I saw something about Fibonacci being worked into Kabbalah numerology as well. So, and since they use the same cipher for the letters, I could actually see how that would be a thing. And Sandra said if all the people in the coven, you can ask them for things. Our Facebook group is the Orisha Hoodoo Coven. And then there is Melanated Witchcraft is the other one. There is 2 Melanated Witchcraft groups. There's one that's open and there's one that's closed. The one that's closed is the one that most people are in. The one that has like 20,000 people in it. That's the one you want. Thank you, Sandra. You're my elder in Kabbalah numerology. I was just doing this class for the masses because I felt it was important to bring it up. So Kabbalah numerology is better for the spiritual body than the physical world. And you're right. It goes very deep and it is very, very fascinating because as I was preparing for this class and I veered off into the tree of life conversation. And as I was reading, I was just like, oh. And I was like, let me get off of here. This is not what my class is about. But like you could really like the tree of life by itself, like I said, could be a whole entire college course. Honestly, it really could. Oh, thank you, Sandra. I love you. We'll be egg bay soon. You're amazing. And hello to my other future egg bay, Michelle Yamaya. We will be egg bay soon, very soon, for Hand of Ifa. Lee, you didn't miss the whole class, but you're going to have to rewind a little bit to get some of the stuff. Ashley, I don't know why you had cry faces. I think, okay, so I see some of these reactions were probably from when I took the eyelashes off. So that's a thing. If you missed me take the eyelashes off, just go ahead and go back a couple minutes. It's fine. Thank you, Joy. All right. So I don't see. Is there any other questions before I do an official close here? Let me get some more of this juice. I'm mad that I'm really about to kill this whole big thing of juice. 32 ounces. I'm really thirsty. It was definitely them lashes. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, I'm a whole clown. Like, I really don't be caring. Like, yes, I want to be looking cute because it's a video or whatever. But if it starts to get on my nerves, because I'm not going to be up here looking crazy. I'm not going to be up here going like this for the sake of beauty. I will just take them whole things off. Actually, I've been drinking water all day. It was that dang class this morning. Child, we was working this morning. I am so very proud of everyone that was in class this morning because we got into it. The ancestors were very happy because we was in our roots, baby. We was using our root chakra. we was using it, baby. It was a lot. It was a lot. Next week, I think we'll see what happens. We'll see who's in class next week. Yes, it was definitely a vibe, Ashley. It was definitely a vibe. If you click the link in the description, you can sign up for Saturday Morning Groove, which is a free movement class that we do pretty much every Saturday. And all the month of April, we are doing African movement, West African movements to be specific. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work. We worked on body parts we probably haven't used in a while. So yeah, it was nice. It was definitely nice. Teach a class at a Leke ceremony. We'll see. As in, you know what? We might be able to, depending upon what time we get started on Saturday. I might be able to do a live class at a Leke. We'll see what happens. I'll bring my laptop just in case. Because if we can do it, I will. If we have the time, I will definitely teach a class during the Leke ceremony. Well, during Leke weekend. It won't be like the actual ceremony, but it'll get us moving. Speaking of thirsty, I've still been drinking my lemonade from the ritual. Listen, that lemonade was so good. I'm gonna make me another one. I already got my jar cleaned out. So, and I have some lemons. So I'm gonna get to doing it, and I'm gonna just basically redo that ritual. And you know what? Today's Saturday, so I need to go clean my altar and go and make this lemonade for them. That's what I'm gonna do because I ain't cooked today. I really don't be cooking on the weekends because my kids aren't here. They weren't here today. They were with their dad because I had them extra time because I didn't have no car. So he came and got them. And they were on spring break. So they didn't have to be nowhere either. So I ain't cooked today. I had vegetables and rice when I went to go pick up my car. So, African dance class will be lit. Yeah, it will be lit. We're going to be tired. All right. I don't see any other questions, guys. So, again, thank you for the love donations that have already come through. I saw them. If you want to send love donations, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. Down there. You can click the link in the description to join the Orisha Hoodoo Institute on Facebook. And if you click the link to join our community outreach program, that is in Discord, where you can learn some foundational stuff. So if you're a beginner, the outreach program is great because it teaches you some of the very basics of hoodoo and magic and Orisha studies, like at its base level. Um, Omobolo Atan and I both came from the outreach program. She was like right when I started becoming a moderator, she was in there. A belly dancing class. I'm capable, but I'm not. It'll be more like a twerking class. Omobolo Atan. Listen, it'll end up being a twerking class. I can do a little shimmy shake with the belly, but it's gonna be mostly my booty. So I'm not even gonna front for you like I could do that for real. There is not a lemonade video, Lee. We made it as part of the coven. It was an assignment for a ritual, but basically it's lemons. You squeeze them. If you go to Dollar Tree, they have like a little handheld juicer thing where you can literally squeeze all the juice out. Um, it was lemons, water, and honey. Basically, is what it was. I can't tell you anything more than that, but we used honey instead of sugar because cane sugar is actually horrible for you, and honey has magical properties, and it tasted just fine with honey instead of sugar. Um, like it was actually really, really good. So, um, but it's honey, water, and lemon juice, but like really lemon juice. And this is a gallon jar, so it's like 5 big lemons. If you don't have big ones, you'll probably have to use like 10 small ones. It just depends on the size of the lemons. And then fill it up with spring water, like almost a gallon of spring water. And I would say a significant amount of honey. It just depends on your taste. So I would start, and it depends on how you like the taste of honey. If you don't actually like the taste of honey, like I can eat a spoonful of honey by itself. That's just me. And Oshun isn't even in my court, which is funny. She come up when she want to, but she's not actually like in my court. So it just depends. I mean, and you could use sugar, but sugar is just horrible for you. So I would say use real honey instead. That way it's really all natural. But it's really good. And keep it in the refrigerator. And you would have to drink it within a couple days because it's going to go bad because it's all natural. There's no preservatives in it at all. Honey has some antimicrobial properties in it, so it'll help keep it for a couple more days because you use honey instead of sugar. But that lemon juice, because it's real lemons, the kinds with seeds, not seedless lemons, don't do that. But it will. You have about 3 or 4 days to drink it. So I just made sure that I drank it at least 1 glass a day. I don't even know I don't think my kids had any. They don't really like lemonade though. So, and this wasn't like I make diabetes Kool-Aid. So they're used to that because I put so much sugar in it. And this was not like diabetes. So they wouldn't have enjoyed it too much anyway. So it was mainly just for me. It was a healthier alternative to juice. And I don't really drink soda too much, but it was something other than water because I've been drinking a lot of water. Who doesn't like honey? Girl, listen, some people don't like honey. That's crazy. I know. It's absolutely crazy. All right, y'all. Well, I love you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your love donations. As I said, click the link in the description. It will take you to some of the other paid classes. The Saturday Morning Groove link is on there as well, and that is a free movement class on Saturday mornings. It'll take you to our Discord. It'll take you to our Facebook group if you're not already part of it. One of the links will actually take you to my business website for Vibe and High. We are adding a bunch of new products. And actually, I got a text from my partner because she's working on, we got a shipment today. And so we're working on some new products, and I'm trying to get them done so that I can give the people at Aleke a little something, a little gifty gift. I'm working on that. I'm trying really hard. We got about 2 weeks. So we're working on that for you guys. You'll be my testers. How about that? You get something free so you can test something for me. So yeah, lots of things coming. So click the link in the description so that you can be aware of all those things. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. And remember to keep your head so high you don't even see the haters. Peace. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.